What is happening, guys? Welcome to my basement. I hope you're doing well. Today we have a pretty massive haul of books to show off, books that I have been stockpiling for the last couple months or so. I've been having some technical issues, so it's been a while since I made a video. I have been pretty busy creatively as well, which I will definitely share with you in a future video. But today we've got a pretty big haul. We've got some Omnibus, some deluxe hardcovers, some trade paperbacks, some pretty exotic stuff that you're probably not going to see on other YouTube channels. Just saying, let's get to it. All right, so most of these books are coming from pennywisebooks.ca. If you do live in Canada, I do highly recommend that you do check him out. Send him a personal message of whatever it is you're looking for, and he will definitely make it happen. So moving along with the haul, we have some stuff that you probably haven't heard of. We have The Pro by Garth Ennis. Pretty cool story about a female superhero prostitute. It's only about 3 issues though. All right, so next up we have Aliens Omnibus, volume number 4. This is the final book in the series, I believe. There is some other standalone Alien stuff that has not been collected yet. Hopefully we do get that in some kind of omnibus or deluxe edition format. Very nice. If you're a fan of Aliens in general, I'd say check these books out. They're pretty good. Next up, we have Berserk Deluxe Edition, volume number 13. There is one more book to go, and the series is wrapped up, at least Kentaro Miura's run on the book. As for the future of Berserk, I don't know what the hell is going on. There has been some confirmation that it's going to be continuing on, but for now, at least we have all this stuff collected in a deluxe hardcover format. Keeping it going, we have Weird Fantasy volume number 1, EC Archives. Love these books if you're a fan of Tales from the Crypt, The Haunts of Fear, The Vault of Horror. Continuing on with that short story theme, we have Creepshow volume number 1 by Image Comics. I'm a big fan of the original film by George Romero. I'm also a big fan of the adaptation, the comic adaptation by Bernie Wrightson. Unfortunately, this book isn't that great. I didn't find the stories in here very appealing or interesting. The artwork isn't that great either, but hey, that's just my opinion. Next up, we have Marvel Masters of Suspense Omnibus volume number 1. Stan Lee and Steve Ditko, short horror, suspense, sci-fi stories from the 1950s and 60s. Here is volume number 2 now. These are such wonderful stories. I'm really glad I picked these up. I've been on the fence about these books for a little while now. And if you are a fan of EC Archives books, Tales from the Crypt, The Vault of Horror, etc., you should really like these. Now, the contents in these books are prior to the big Marvel explosion that happened in the 1960s. And what you get in here is a lot of experimentation with superheroes and villains that you will definitely be familiar with. So not only are these great standalone stories, but you get to see the workings of the entire Marvel universe as a whole. So these are really cool. I've been reading a lot of Steve Ditko lately, watched a pretty interesting documentary about him lately, so I did decide to pick up a book that I wouldn't typically pick up because I'm not really a fan of the character. I've never been interested in the character at all. We have Doctor Strange, volume number 1, Stan Lee, and Steve Ditko Omnibus. Next up, we have Hardboiled by Frank Miller and Jeff Darrow. Pretty interesting universe here. Amazing artwork by Jeff Darrow. Futuristic, cyberpunk, dystopian setting. Very cool. Haven't been able to find this, so glad that it has been reprinted. Next up, we have 4 hardcovers by Philippe Drouet. We have The Knight. He is one of the creators of Heavy Metal Magazine. I've recently read his Lone Sloan series and absolutely loved it, so I'm pretty much hunting down the rest of this dude's work. Crazy psychedelic sci-fi, very cool. So that's The Knight. And we have Vuz. Lone Sloan Chaos. The stories can be a little hard to follow, but as you can see, it is all about the art, and some of the work I find is lost in translation as well. Now, what really pisses me off about the cover of this book is, as you can see, we have a really nice image here of our main character. And for some reason on the cover, it's like blotted out. I don't know what the hell is going on there, but that's really a shame. All right, guys, that is it. Thanks for tuning in. Hopefully you had a good time and you saw some books that might interest you. Until next time, hit that subscribe button and we will see you again in the next video. Take care.